Okay, we're live.
Okay, perfect. So good afternoon and welcome to today's Board of Estimate and Apportionment meeting. I'm Dr. Dorsey, Chief City Auditor. And we are joined by our city treasurer, Maria Shafar, with the good and our budget director, Gideon Roman. We are also joined by Petra Tyler from my office, Deputy City Auditor. Now, we're going to jump right into the agenda today. And we have started with our
They can come in. Just fine. They'll sit over here.
okay. So we would, let me just mention that today's date is Friday, February 24th, 2023, and the time is 1:31 p.m. I believe we have some individuals joining us for the meeting, so we'll give them a few moments. All right, so we have for budget transfer for 2022, we have 3 requests. For 2023, we have 5 requests, and then we have an increase appropriation item as well as legislation to consider. So starting with our 2022 request, the first is from BGS, seeking to transfer $40,000 from 2 separate accounts into those funds have been going to one account. So those 2 accounts, the first is contracted to slash landfill in the amount of $30,000 and post-closure care landfill in the amount of $10,000. Again, that $40,000 will be going into contracted services like maintenance of streets to cover street maintenance expenses. The second request is also from BGS, seeking to transfer $38,000 from 2 separate accounts into one. The first account is contracted services in the amount of $28,000, and the second is post-closure care landfill. That's the account name. In the amount of $10,000. Those funds would then be transferred into city beautification, again totaling $38,000 to cover last color blend invoice. So this is a vendor that we conduct business with based on two and other flowers. The last request for 2022 is from fire. Fire is seeking to transfer $1,000 from uniform, the uniform account to the equipment account to cover outstanding invoices. Any questions related to the 2022 items? Okay. We'll keep this train moving. Moving on to 2023 budget transfer request. The first request is from budget, seeking to transfer $1,500 from their furniture and fixtures account to contracted services to cover furniture delivery. This is for cultural affairs. The second item is from budget, seeking to transfer $50,000 from the contingency account to the compensation medical account to replenish our account. We had 2 pretty hefty claims that came in 2023, totaling roughly $69,000, which depleted the account. So the $50,000 would bring this account back into the black. And Gideon, from what I'm understanding, the $50,000 should be enough for the rest of the year.
Yes.
To pay expenses. Thank you. The next request is from our new neighborhood and community services department. They are seeking to transfer $1,000 from contracted services to other equipment to cover office furniture purchase and installation. The next request is from the Human Rights Commission, seeking to transfer $2,400 from office equipment into stipend / commissioners to cover the Human Rights Commission stipend. Just to be clear, the New members will not get the money up front, and it will be broken up into installments that they will receive. The last request for 2023 is from our recreation department. They are seeking to transfer $73,000 from 4 separate accounts into one account. The first account is utility/rec administration in the amount of $37,500. Utilities/summer programs in the amount of $4,500. Utilities/aquatics in the amount of $6,000, and utilities/field operations in the amount of $25,000. Those funds would then go into utilities/facility operations. The purpose of this request is to consolidate rec utility lines. So moving forward, we can only see one account for their utilities, which would be the utilities/facility operations account. Any questions regarding the 2023 budget transfer request? Okay. Moving on to the 2022 increase appropriation item. Gideon, I'm going to solicit your input here because while I have a understanding of what the money is for, just was a little confused with some of the documentation that we received from the fire department, so I just want to make sure I'm clear. Okay, so let me get into this. The increase appropriation item this year from the fire department. So give us some context. The fire department received a grant from FEMA in the amount of $255,490. The purpose of the grant was to purchase a boat, which we refer to as Marine One. We have already started to make payments on that boat, and from my understanding, we have to date made 2 installments in the amount of $63,172 for the purchase of that boat. Yep. Right now, the account has insufficient funds. And so this item on the agenda is to recognize the revenue, the grant funding for FEMA, so that we can now bring this account back, make this account whole, so that we can then make another payment to the vendor.
Correct.
So the amount on this agenda is $112,722. And this would, the next payment would be used to cover not just the purchase of the boat, but also, as Petra was explaining to me, there's some upgrades that the fire department wanted to make to the boat as well.
Correct.
Okay. With that, there would still be $14,972.99 left over from the grant.
Yes, this is not expending the entire grant. Whether we come back during sometime later this year to recognize additional revenue in 2023 to be seen.
Okay. So what we have in front of us is this amount would be to pay this would be the third payment to the vendor for the purchase of the boat and the upgrade. Okay. I hope I didn't confuse you all. Okay. I just wanted to be clear.
Nobody can help you.
So are there any questions regarding the purpose of Marine One and the upgrade to Marine? The last item on the agenda, we have 3 ordinances passed by the county council. You have your legislation in front of you. The first is ordinance 219122. An ordinance authorizing and directing the grant to Historic Management Bureau Limited, partnership of an easement in the city of Albany over a portion of the city right of way of the Ash Grove Place Common Alley for the construction of an ADA compliant grant. This second is ordinance number 24-11122, an ordinance authorizing the sale of the Albany County Historical Association of 142 Livingston Avenue, 35 Tenbrook Place, and 37 Tenbrook Place. The last is ordinance 25-11122, an ordinance authorizing issuance of quitclaim deeds to the city school district of Albany for various properties. Any questions regarding the legislation? If there are none, may I request a motion to approve the agenda as is? Motion on the floor from our city treasurer, Mary Sean. Second from our budget director, Vivian Grande. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion to the vote. Okay, so the motion is carried. So we will send out the agenda, final agenda after the meeting. May I request a motion to conclude our meeting? Motion on the floor from the city treasurer. Second from our budget director, Vivian Grande. All in favor? This concludes today's meeting for Apportionment and Apportionment. Thank you all so much for your time. I'm going to turn this over to our colleagues in the church.
Thank you. I'd like to call to order the meeting for the Board of Contract and Supply. Today is Friday, February 24th, 2023. Today present, we have Gideon Grant, Budget Director, Darius Shonfard, City Treasurer, Marissa Franchini, Corporation Counsel, Randy Milano, City Engineer, Frank Zioli, Deputy Commissioner of DGS. The following was offered on behalf of the Albany Water Board. Resolved that the Secretary authorized and directed to advertise for bids on behalf of the Albany Water Board for the following 2023 current place pipelining. Said bids to be received by the board at a regular meeting held Friday, February 24th at 1:30. I think there needs to be a correction on that. We'll make the correction and get it back out to it in the final agenda. Bid deposits equal to 5% of the total bid amount, either in a bid bond or certified check. Conditions upon entering the bid and the contract if the bid is accepted for the performance of the same. Mr. Milano has offered the following: resolved that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for bid the following: AHU air handling unit replacement on 4th floor. Sub proposals to be received at the board meeting at the regular meeting to be held Tuesday, March 7th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. That each bidder be requested to present with the bid a deposit in the amount equal to 5% of the total bid. Mr. Milano has offered the following: resolved that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for bids for the following: City of Albany HVAC and temperature control inspection and service contract for various city-owned buildings in the city of Albany. The proposals to be received by the board at a regular meeting held Tuesday, March 7th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. and that each bidder be required to present with their bid a deposit in an amount equal to 5% of the total bid in a bid bond or certified check. Mr. Milano has offered the following: resolved that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for bid of the following: City of Albany maintenance contract for plumbing work for various city-owned buildings in the city of Albany. Said proposals to be received by the board at a regular meeting to be held Tuesday, March 7th at 1:30 p.m. and that each bidder be required to present with the bid a deposit in the amount equal to 5% of the total bid in a bid bond or certified check. Mr. Milano has offered the following: resolved that the secretary be authorized and directed to advertise for bid for the following: City of Albany maintenance contract for electrical work for various city-owned buildings in the city of Albany. Said proposals to be received by the board at a regular meeting to be held Tuesday, March 7th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. and that each bidder be required to present with the bid a deposit in the amount equal to 5% of the total bid in a bid bond or certified check. Next, we have bid opening for the following: street resurfacing sidewalk reconstruction project for 2023. This is contract number 1. The first being from Peter Luigi and Rose Contracting. The total bid is $5,125,140. And that there were, itemized list, and we'll send that out with the final agenda, and then bid bond is included. Next one being from recap Hazen. Total bid amount was $3,999,922. And bid bond is included. Last one being from Callahan Industries. Total bid being $4,993,725. And a bid bond is included. Next project for opening is citywide collision repair parts and services. We had one submission from NACO. So total labor for items 1, 2, and 3, $91,600. That is for section 1, that's light duty vehicle,
I'm sorry, what was that number again?
91,600. For section 2, 96,400. And bid bond security is not required. Next project is for print and mail services. We have a bid submission from Bell Imaging Incorporated. They have an itemized bid sheets, and will submit that with the final agenda. If that's okay. That's fine. The next one being from Camelot Print and Copy Center. They also have an itemized bid sheet, and we'll submit that if that's okay with you. Yes. With the final agenda. Thank you. And bid bond security is not required for that project. The following resolution was offered on behalf of Albany Water Board. Resolved that the primary contract for the purchase of concrete be awarded to Craneville Block Company for the price as listed in their bid on January 20th, 2023. The following resolution was offered on behalf of Albany Water Board. Resolved that the secondary contract of purchase of concrete be awarded to Bonded Concrete for the price listed in their bid on January 20th, 2023. The Department of General Services has offered the following: resolve that the bid of the following named bidder be accepted and contract awarded to them at and for the price specified in their proposal. They being the lowest qualified bidder in their bids, the lowest bid, and that the mayor is authorized to sign a contract on behalf of the city. This one is for Bare Roots tree planting project, supply plant. This one is issued to More Trees Arborist Collective LLC. And there was also another awardee to Davy Tree Experts Company for Bare Root tree planting project. The Department of General Services has offered the following: resolved that the bid for the following named bidder be accepted and the contract awarded to them at and for the price specified in their proposal, they being the lowest qualified bidder and theirs being the lowest bid at, and that the mayor is authorized to sign a contract on behalf of the city. This was for yard and wood waste processing services awarded to SM Gallivan LLC. The General Services was offered the following. Resolved that the bid for the following named bidder be accepted and the contract awarded to them at and for the price specified in their proposal, for they being the lowest qualified bidder and theirs being the lowest bid, and that the mayor is authorized to sign the contract on behalf of the city. This was for concrete and associated material purchase awarded to Clemente Latham Concrete. The Department of General Services has offered the following: resolved that the bid for the following name bidder be accepted and the contract awarded to them at and for the price specified in their proposal, they being the lowest qualified bidder and theirs being the lowest bid, and that the mayor is authorized to sign the contract on behalf of the city. This project is citywide rental and portable toilets awarded to Big Top Portable Toilets Incorporated. The Department of General Services has offered the following: resolved that the bid of the following named bidder be accepted and the contract awarded to them at and for the price specified in their proposal, they being the lowest qualified bidder and their bids being the lowest bid, and that the mayor is authorized to sign a contract on behalf of the city. This project is City Fleet Car Wash Services awarded to Hammy's Car Wash, as well as Hoffman Car Wash Services. That concludes our agenda. Can I get a motion to accept the agenda?
Second.
Second, okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right, thank you, everybody. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. That concludes our meeting for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, so you're.